Are you wondering why I've got a picture of the sea in the background? Today we're going to talk about water and its effect on radio signals. Now the first thing to say is that generally radio signals don't travel through water. There are exceptions, and those exceptions being at very low frequencies it is possible to communicate using radio waves, which is what submarines use. So they use very low frequencies, but generally radio waves don't go through water. Now on top of the surface is a different matter. If you had a yacht here, and that's its antenna, my hand, and another one here, they could communicate very well at VHF frequencies, for example. Now VHF being very high frequency, let's say 156 megahertz would be a VHF frequency. Now they could communicate very well, in fact better than on land. Now the reason for that is because on land, between the two yachts represented by my hands, you're going to have buildings and hills and mountains and objects basically which attenuate the signal. Now what I mean by attenuate, I mean reduce the strength of it. So if that is transmitting on land, and there's a mountain represented by my head, it's actually going to block the signal, and you would have to put a radio repeater on the top to receive and rebroadcast a signal. But what I'm trying to say is that, without going off on too much of a tangent, is that radio signals transmit better on water because you haven't got objects in between the transmitter and the receiver. But there are limits. Now the limits are down to the Earth's curvature. Obviously the Earth is round. Let's use my head. Okay, so imagine two yachts on the sea. As they start to go further away, they're going to go round the Earth like that, because even though the sea looks flat, the Earth's curved. So eventually that radio transmitter can't be received by that one because of the Earth's curvature. So that is a limitation of using terrestrial, i.e. land or sea-based communications on the sea, where we're using one transmitter, one receiver. Eventually the Earth curvature will get in the way. But generally, with very little in between you, or nothing in between you, you're going to have clear communication and a strong signal for further, until the Earth curvature starts to make a difference. Okay, right, thanks for listening. This is Craig, and that's why I've got a picture of the sea in the background. Thank you.